Madam Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't debate or it isn't like in Squid Game wherein you have to choose between like bread or lottery. We think that in this debate, quite uniquely on side opposition, you can get both. You can get humanitarian aid, whether that's food, whether that's money, and at the same time like defend your borders against particularly bad people. Because collectively, SideGov spent like 21 minutes characterizing the very visceral nature of what's happening and the different motivations of all of these bad people. That in and of itself is where their case falls apart, because the very simple question is, let's say, okay, you put your arms down and you're able to proportionately be able to stop that thing. Who's to stop you when you're gonna eat your food or you're gonna use your aid? Those very people who you pushed back against, who now are seeing that you're weak and now are seeing that, hey, they're now defending their border less. They're now opening opportunity for us to come in. That's exactly where they're gonna steal your shit and be able to harm you for the very reasons that the first speaker said. Out of things like glory, because they're enraged by some sort of historical, religious, ethnic tension that we do admit has been going on for years, or because of the very desperation that we told you. These very individuals are irrational, are greedy, and these very people, as what we said from the top of our case, are driven by their own selfish interest. That in and of itself is where their case falls apart, because it's not like when you put down your arms and say, okay, we're gonna spend more on humanitarian aid. That doesn't proportionately mean they're gonna do it too, precisely at the point in which they perceive you to be weak and are likely to take advantage. But even if that were not the case, the question which we told you and we raised successfully is, how will they be able to do this by themselves amidst all of these 55 different countries who also have their own particular interest within these particular states? It's very difficult for them to be able to do that, and I don't think side proposition has done a good enough job in terms of being able to explain how that's going to play out. At best, they try and cast a shadow of doubt in terms of what we're saying, but if you check the flow of your notes coming from all our speeches, we were able to engage with them in terms of the harms of this particular redirection, but I'm not entirely sure if they were able to prove their burden in terms of being able to successfully defend what this redirection would do. Because on our side, I think we were quite strategic and fair to say, the African Union, we do what we do best. We do what we've been doing for quite some time, which is being able to defend the particular borders wherein a good defense is a good offense, while being able to have our cake and eat it too, or have our humanitarian resources and use it too, exactly at the point in which we aren't outcome or path dependent to the African Union situation, but for the reasons we explained, we're able to get it from the rest of the world and other rich nation states who need us for the resources that we give. So, contrary to popular belief, there is an opportunity cost to redirection and things get worse. Their side is the one who makes it oversimplistic to, stopping this conflict when you redirect equals good, and being able to give people aid is good. But for the reasons that we've explained, and we also agree in terms of their framing, it's more complicated than that. This debate is a value judgment about strategy, and we think on our side, people are able to be safer and be able to be more set up for success in the long term, while also still being able to get their aid and fight back against the bad guys. Very proud to stand on side NEG.